Oh, hold on, just bear with me real quick, family. Lord willing, the sound is on point. A lot of times you gotta deal with the circumstances. You know, if you see the title of the video, this little lesson is gonna go into Yahawashi is our stability. You know, but before I, you know, bring out this lesson, Lord willing, first and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahawashi is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. The double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in a spirit to endure. In a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. You know, again, in and out of congregations, that's striving in sincerity and in truth. You know, Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in your spirit to endure. Shalom to the wise and the single sisters, that's believers of His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in your spirit to pursue, to be a virtuous and loving silent wife. The Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. So like I said, Lord willing, we get into, you know, the stability of Yahawashi being our wisdom. Yahawashi is the stability, you know, of our life. Yahawashi is the stability of this time. Yahawashi is the main reason, man. The main reason for why you here, man. You know? So Lord willing, I can even tap back into what I was bringing out in the other live. It had took away because where I was at, where I usually go, every time when I'm doing a lesson here, nobody's here. It's, you know, the Most High brought somebody near me, so I was, you know, bringing out a lesson near their locker. So, you know, Lord willing, we can get into this more in a more proper way, right? So first, I'm gonna go back again to Proverbs. Whoa, dang. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Proverbs chapter 1. We're gonna bring out some precepts, but let's deal with the first point. Let me get there in the physical. Where we at? Proverbs 1. Okay, here we go. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. Right? Let's say it again. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to know Yahawashi. To know wisdom is to know Yahawashi. Right? Let's go to Proverbs, the 4th chapter. Right? Because we gonna be jumping around in places, right? This is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 5 to 7. It says, get wisdom Get understanding, forget it not. Neither decline from the words of thy mouth. Forsake her not, right? Because wisdom in the Greek is called Sophia, right? But the Lord used a woman as an attribute because it attracts men. Let alone men of the Lord is attracted to wisdom, right? That's the spiritual attribute, wisdom to a man on the lips is a woman. But if we put it in the physical, it's really Yahawashi. Because Yahawashi is the wisdom. He is the word of Yahweh. Everything that pertains to life and truth in the way is all Yahawashi. Right? So forsake not her, and she shall perceive thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Right? That's why we have to come in this thing and love Yahawashi. Right? People feel like we praising Yahawashi over the Most High. No, we praising the Most High through Yahawashi. Right? Verse 7, it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Right? For us to be in this flesh, Yahawashi came in the flesh, and he walked perfectly. It was no gall in him. Right? So Yahawashi is the principal thing. Yahawashi is the principal thing. Right? Because we got to get back to making it a reality, making it normal, to talk about the Lord, man. Right? Because it's about to be a time where people ain't going to be able to depend on the blunt. They're going to be fiending for it, but won't be able to do it unless they fold. Right? But before that comes, the hopeful elect, they warming up their spirit. So when they do get tested, they know how to overcome it. Right? Let's get Wisdom of Solomon. And I'm gonna start at Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9, verse 9. It says, and wisdom was with thee, which knoweth thy works, and was present when thou madest the world, and knew what was acceptable in thy sight, and right in thy commandments. Right? Because Yahawashi is the light, and that light is the law. So he understood what pleases the Lord. So the Yahawashi brought the blueprint. Right? 1 John chapter 1. Yahawashi is the word. He is a God. He's not the God. He played his role, right? To make everything that we entertain that deals with life, deals with knowledge and understanding, that all that whole structure comes from Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. And for a man to lead his household, a man lead his household spiritually, mentally, physically, and of course, we add in financially. Right? But for a man, especially in this society of Black, Latino, and Native, he needs to be a man that cleaves to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? And this goes back to with the brother that's at work, his brother's homeless and dealing with certain things. This is why I can understand even more why wisdom is important. The OG, he said something why I already did a lesson on it, dealing with being chastised, and how the OG just came out of nowhere and said, man, the Lord chastising me, all the things that I have done, I didn't know the knowledge, my back messed up, so I come in this truth, not like really healthy. I got problems going on, but it helps us to be humble, right? Yahawashi is an all stern man, right? He's harsh and he rough. And if you saying that you claim that you believe in the Lord, you follow the Lord, if we're a real chosen vessel, just like Paul, we're going to have to go through something, right? Soon as you get a little bit of wisdom, you're going to go through something, right? It takes levels because it took me a minute before I got to where I believe that I'm at. And I still am not even where I want to be. This is Acts, the 9th chapter, and I'm going to start at the point. I'm going to just start at 14. It says, here he have authority over the chief priest to bear all that call on thy name. But Yahweh Shemashai said unto him, go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me to bear my name before the Gentiles, and the kings, and the children of Israel. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. Right? Yo, the easy part is over, Israel. Coming in this truth. But half of us really haven't suffered. We got the little suffering, but that's the Lord getting you ready for the bigger suffering, right? the bigger loss, right? Next one, that your kids or your house is gonna not be out of order. It's gonna be in a state of chaos where how we gonna we're low on food. What can we do with food? And these is the times that we cleave on to the teachers that's teaching this word, right? Right? The kingdom is promised, but it's not promised for everybody. We need to cleave to the men of the Lord as much as we can. And the number one way we cleave to the men of the Lord is through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahawashi Yahawashi. That's the number one way how any woman can really attract a man of the Lord, right? But a man is just we gonna like women because we can have whatever we want, right? But even for a woman out here looking for a man of the Lord, right? It should really go off of his motion and how he thrives for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? But women really have to take the back end bench, you know? Women is really observing and believing in his word, but that's why women have the chance to really build a certain type of relationship with the Lord, with Yahweh Shai, just like the men do. But it's in a different character because a woman get to study um, the role of a woman, right? And they get to really meditate on the women that really cleave to Yahweh Shai and play their role, right? That will motivate a woman to just do the same thing, just cleave to the men of the Lord, watch their videos, observe and wait. As soon as they go live, make sure you watching it. Get all your stuff out the way and be like Mary. Don't be like Martha, like a woman. Her main law is to maintain her husband, right? That cleaning, that's just a natural thing. So when you know the words of the Lord coming in, your spirit is on fire. Stop the cleaning and watch the words of the Lord. Things will happen slowly in the spirit. And I had to say this to myself at work. I want to fast more. I got to get in there because I see the men of the Lord was fasting and praying right before they was going to bring the word. They knew that people wasn't going to listen to them, and then people was, right? Kick the dust off of your feet. People that don't understand wisdom are not going to cleave to it as well, right? That's why that's another thing. You got to be consistent with this thing, right? When it comes to Yahweh Shem Shai, we got to be annoying the worldly niggas, man. Back to Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 3, it says to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity, right? You can go to Proverbs, the 8th chapter, verse 10 and 11, but we're going to keep going. It says to give subtlety to the simple, basically give discernment to the simple. To the young men, knowledge and discretion, right? It says a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall obtain unto wise counsel. And if you really have faith, faith come by hearing the word. You ain't gonna say shit. You just gonna be quiet. Now, if it comes to that moment where you can ask a question, you ask a question, but you not coming against the men of the Lord while they bringing it out. Especially if you ask them a question, I don't care if you bringing out 50 precepts until he say, "Hey, do you get it now?" Right? That shows what spirit you in, right? Wise men will hear. If you want to be ready to teach, if you want to lead your family, when you come in this thing, you got to be willing to just listen, willing to hear. That's why a woman, that's the number one thing she should do, right? Will increase in learning. A woman should be the main observer because you really just only teaching single women and kids. So when you learning things that don't pertain to women, you got to really give ear like, wow. Because most of the time, because women on this Western side, women got to always wash themselves in the word as the attribute of a wife, as a woman, and as a mother, and as a sister. They got to wash themselves in that understanding, let alone wisdom. Because a woman will be flooded in emotion and feelings and let her thought and think that her thought or her opinion matters more than a man. It doesn't matter what situation, right? But in the same fact, when we are in order with the Lord, even the order of ourselves, the Lord makes sure the household is in order. That's all the Lord. That's why the Lord don't allow households to argue, is because you put in more of Yahweh Shai in the midst of your house, right? So a wise man will hear and will increase in learning, right? Going into the sincere milk, the parables, the dark sayings, and the prophecies, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel, right? And that wise counsel would be from a man of the Lord. And that wise counsel can go into correction, rebuking, reproving you, right? It says to understand a proverb which when you go look it up, it goes into a parable. In the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings, right? To understand Yahawashi is in a lot of these scriptures. A lot of people don't understand the sayings of these scriptures. Some people might think it's literative. Some people might say it's spiritual at this moment, but don't understand that that could be a spiritual moment. But in what case, right? Even brothers gotta work on their own spirit before they can just rush and teach. You know, you want to have a resume that you actually watch people bring out the scriptures, right? Because you don't want to fumble the bag, right? There's only one teaching, one doctrine in these scriptures, and it's Yahweh Shem Yahushai's way and nobody's else, right? So let's just read a few more. Let me just start at. Let me read verse 7, and then I'm gonna flip to the chapter I want to get into with Yahawashi. It says, "The fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." Yo, they despise Yahawashi, right? Because when you go into Isaiah 53, verse 3, it says, "He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and were hid, as it were, our faces from him. And he was despised and esteemed him not." Right? We despise wisdom just by in a learning aspect, and we despise wisdom in a fleshful aspect of talking about Yahawashi, right? In the spirit, that's the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Shai. A lot of men can't want to hear the word all day. Not even saying all the day. Some men don't even want to bring it out. Like if somebody asks a question and they know they about to do a lesson a day, some brothers don't want to bring it out. Even if it's a good question. Now, I can understand if it's somebody bringing out the same question. I can understand you irritated. But it's a lot of men that don't want to bring out these breakdowns. If you tell them, hey, your Romans 11, it didn't make sense, and I'm laboring with you, can you, like, redo it? You know, because the other one y'all missed a few scriptures. Oh, I don't want to have to bring it back over. That's not one of the men of the Lord. I'm just being honest. The men of the Lord is going to have a desire to break down the scriptures of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're never going to make excuses on, oh, I got to break this down. I got to do this again, right? You don't never you step on the toes of Yahweh Shema Shai. When you don't want to speak of Yahweh Shema Shai, you out your living rabbit mind, especially when you don't want to hear the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, right? This is Proverbs chapter 8. This is where we're getting right into the point. This is wisdom in chapter 8, and we're going to get to verse 22. I like that one, but we just gonna stay on course. It says, verse 22, Yahweh opposes men in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. Right? Hold on, y'all. I'm thinking of something. Let's try this. We'll slide down. Where is that? Okay, the NLT. We going to verse 22, right? What it says. So I'm gonna say it again because we said Yahawashi is the stability, right? And I did a video on Yahawashi is wisdom, right? Somebody I used to labor with, you know, who was wise at the time, used to always say brothers don't talk about Yahawashi too much. And when I was at work, all I kept thinking about is Yahawashi, 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 Yahawashi. So I'm gonna read this verse again. It says, Yahweh possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. This is going into Yahawashi. We can tap into 1 John chapter 1, and we already went to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9, verse 9. Wisdom was there in the beginning. We seen when the wisdom said it's seen when the Lord made everything, right? But you have to know, if Yahawashi is made by Yahweh, it was really by Yahweh that made everything, right? Because it's his order. This is St. John chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High, and the Word was God, right? And that's basically showing that Yahawashi is a power. When we go back to Psalms, he is a God. He is a power, and of course, he's a power over Israel, from the highest degree to the lowest degree. But Yahawashi is the Word. In the beginning was the Word, because the Word is what spoke everything into existence, right? And we're going to go back to the wisdom of Solomon 9 and 9. It says, "And wisdom was with thee, which knoweth thy works, and was present when thou madest the world, and knew that was acceptable in thy sight, and right in thy commandment." Wisdom is different than the word, because the word is the whole conclusion. But the wisdom is the whole thing too. But wisdom plays a different role than the word. It's way different, just like knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All of them, they all play the same. They are all playing the same part, but they're different roles, different meanings. Right? We can get into it. Right? Let's get into the meaning of wisdom. Right? We're gonna get back to Proverbs 8. Let me put a marker there. Right? Let's see. Right? We gonna do whatever we got to do. Right? And I'm gonna go to etymology.com, which we can get a real good definition. So we're gonna try out what knowledge is. Knowledge. Knowledge goes into acknowledgement of a superior, honor, worship. For the first element, see known. Right? See, now we going somewhere else. Right? They take you somewhere else. See, now I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, y'all. So we gonna get it again. They over here think they having a party over here or something. This knowledge is facts, information, skills required by a person through experience or education. So a lot of our foreign fathers, what they wrote down is knowledge, is basically experience, and it's facts and it's information, right? What is understanding? Understanding means the ability to understand something or comprehension, right? So we're understanding the sincere milk, the parables, the dark sayings, and the prophecy. We're understanding that all of those are different, right? We understand that they play a role for Yahawashi Yahawashi, right? And what was the other one? Wisdom. Wisdom, the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment, the quality of being wise, right? So it goes into knowledge and learning, intelligence, right? Wisdom is the quality of experience, and wisdom is knowledge, and wisdom is good judgment. So basically, wisdom goes into good decision making. So Yahawashi is wisdom. So that means he is the intelligent, he is the knowledge, right? And he is the perfecto, the perfecto of good judgment, the quality of being wise. That's what wisdom is. The quality of being wise, right? And each one we just explained is all Yahawashi, right? It's Yahawashi, right? Let's get back. Let's get back in there. Um, let's go to St. John 17 and 5. Let's see what we got there. This St. John chapter 17, verse 5, and it reads, I'll start at 4. It says, I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thy own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. So Yahawashi is telling us, Lord, please give me that glory that I had before the world was. So that shows and it proves that Yahawashi is that word. That shows that Yahawashi was the one that was possessed by Yahweh in the beginning, before the work of old. And what's the work of old? The foundations of the earth, because Yahawashi is the father of all creations, right? And that goes back to what we were saying in Proverbs, the first chapter. This shows that we're getting knowledge. right? From the simple to the middle and to the hardest, right? This knowledge, you grow, right? Knowledge shall be our stability. Knowledge and wisdom shall be our growth. You know, knowledge and stability helps for your marriage. It helps for your love. It helps for your attribute as a man. It helps for your attribute as a woman. It helps you be better as a parent. It helps me be more of a discipliner. It helps a woman be more of a nurturer and a comforter as a woman, right? Yahawashi is on point, right? Now back to Proverbs, the 8th chapter, verse 23. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning to ever the earth was, right? So Yahawashi was established from everlasting, right? Because Yahawashi is from above, right? That's why niggas is so earthy, because he's from above and we're from down here, right? Let me get that precept. This is St. John chapter 8, verse 23. And he said unto them, ye are from beneath, I am from above, and ye are of this world, and I am not of this world. We got to get deeper to understand Yahawashi in two spectrums, right? Because I don't want to give y'all this, but I got to. I can't be stingy. This is really a future prophecy when you really read it the way how it's said. But in the same instance, Yahawashi came down off the throne again, right? Because if he's saying that he came from everlasting, that means Yahawashi was already on his throne, right? So this is the wisdom of Solomon, the 18th chapter, verse 15. Thy almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction, and brought thy unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death. And it touched the heaven, but it stood upon the earth. The word can't stand, even if I put it on my head, I put it on the ground maybe for a little bit, but it said stand, human standing. Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi is going to come down on this earth in the land of destruction, which is America, but now, in another case, Yahawashi came down here really standing because didn't Yahawashi go into the mountain of Olives when he was here in the flesh? So technically, Yahawashi did come down here in the first time, and he did stand in the land of destruction. Because Yahawashi is going to re-cleanse all of this. All praises to Yahweh Shema Shai that he's allowing us to get the little mysteries, man. The little mysteries in between the lines, right? Back to Proverbs, the 8th chapter, verse 24, it says, when there were no depths, I was brought forth. And when there was no foundation, abound with water. So he's telling you, man, I was before the depths of the ocean or before the air and the earth, right? This is why we need Yahawashi. Every week I see the same cop from Thursday to Friday when I do my rides and I come, this is my spot. And he always talking to people that's out here asking for $1, $2. Let me get $5. Soon as you leave your car, they asking women and men. And the craziest thing, they be drinking, having their own little thing, and they'll ask you for some bread like they broke. And this man got liquor in a whole bottle. Next time I come here, I ain't giving him nothing. This is why Yahawashi is going to be the stability in our time. Wisdom is going to be the stability. Yahawashi is that wisdom, right? Now he going to stay in here. As soon as you open up the door, they going to ask you. Seeing black elder women standing at this corner asking people for a cigarette. It's real out here, man. This is why the black and Latino and Native man and women need Yahweh Shema Shai, because he is our stability. Man. Verse 25, it says, before the mountain were settled, before the hills were brought forth, while as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the foundations of the depth, of the deep. And when he gave the sea his decree that the water should not pass his commandments, when he appointed the fountains of the earth, then I was by him, as one brought up with him. I was daily his delight, and rejoiced always before him. Yahawashi is the Most High's right hand man. Did you see this? This is this is why a lot of the Pharisees couldn't understand him, right? Because they rejected the stone. The men of the Lord been talking about Yahawashi. This is Psalms 118. Psalms 118, verse 22. What it says? It says, Salaki, Psalms 118, verse 22. It says, the stone which the builders refuse is become the headstone of the corner. So we got to proof check that. What is the chief cornerstone? Right? Let's go to Ephesians 2 and 20. It says, and are built upon the foundations of the apostles and the prophets, Yahawashi Hamashiach himself being the chief cornerstone. Yahawashi is the chief cornerstone. This walk is about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. It's not about you. It's not about your wife. It's not about your kids. It's about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. And when you go to 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, that shows you your order. While we in this captivity, the men has to rise up, stand in great boldness in the spirit, man. Mental, holding itself up, right? And his stability is your Yahawashi. I understand that we in this captivity, it's so much that we can. But if you got the fire on you to do these videos and study, do them, man. We should be getting in all spectrums of the scriptures, man. You should be feeding the flock because it's almost time. The light is flicking, man. Soon as you get to Wednesday and it was just Sunday, you got to know time is of the essence. The number one thing a nigga spend is time. And if you ain't using your time serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, it was time wasted. Really think about it, right? Back to Proverbs, right? Back to Proverbs chapter 8, verse 32. It says, now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways, right? And that's really going into Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, but let's make it more clear. St. John 14 and 6, which says, Yahawashi saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So when the Lord is telling you to follow his ways, that goes into Yahawashi. When Yahawashi say, follow my ways, that's talking about this whole walk. Right? We was been supposed to follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Now when you come in this knowledge, when you know one scripture, it's no excuses. You got to constantly every day learn. Right? Sirach chapter 6 verse 37, devote yourself to studying. Devote yourself to learning more. Devote yourself to increasing the spirit, because a wise man will learn. Proverbs chapter 1. Right? Back to Proverbs chapter 8 verse 33. Hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Okay, what is our instruction? Right? Let's go to this one. This is this right here hits it. Ecclesiastes chapter 13 verse 13. Right? Because what did we just see in Proverbs? He says, hear instruction, be wise and refuse it not. This is an instruction, a requirement. Deuteronomy 10 and 12, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the whole conclusion. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of men. So what's the conclusion? From Genesis to Maccabees, from Genesis to Revelation. Ask the question. We'll get in it. You don't understand that chapter, we're going to get in it. That's the whole conclusion. There's no other conclusion. Right? It's crazy how the Lord bring you across people. A OT only that I came across when I first walked in this truth, just parked next to me. That's crazy. I just seen him when he came out, so he seen me because he parked the way facing me. That's crazy. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. I mean, he ain't doing the work, but Lord willing, the Most High still work with the brother in some type of way, right? So back to Proverbs again, right? This Proverbs, the 8th chapter, verse 34. It says, "Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors." Right? So when it says heareth me, that goes back into, say, when you come in this thing and you hear a prophet teaching his word. It said, what did he say in the gospel? He said, if they hear you, if they receive you, they receive me. If they despise you, they despise me. So when a prophet is out here, a real prophet is teaching the words of Yahawashi, we really receiving Yahawashi, right? And that's a good part. Then that goes back to Revelations chapter 1, verse 3, because it says, "Blessed is the man that heareth me," right? So if you're reading the word, let alone, what did he say in Revelations, the first chapter, right? Verse 3. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of prophecy." So blessed is he that hear the prophecies too, right? And what he says, "Watching daily at my gates," is what we see in Ezekiel, right? Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, right? No, that's not the one I really want. Maybe it's Ezekiel 3 I really want then. Yeah, right? Because what did he say? He said, watching daily at my gates. And before I go to the last part, let's see. This is Ezekiel 3 and 17. "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me." Right? So from Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord gave us order to give our brothers and sisters warning. Right? That's what a true watchman does. Right? Let me get, hold on, y'all. I gotta go into my app store. So to go into the blue letter, because we want to figure out what watchmen are, right? Hold on. Right? This is Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. And we gonna get what watchmen actually mean, right? So we can stay at our point that we just read in Proverbs chapter 8, verse 34. "Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates." So a watchman is the one that's watching, right? Salaki, y'all, my phone just did something it wasn't supposed to do. You see how the Lord worked? The Spirit wouldn't let certain people talk to you, you know, if they don't have the right vibration, especially if they bring it and teach us something different.
Strong's H, 6822. Safa. Safa.
Right? So that's what it is in Ezekiel 3 and 17. And this is what watchman means. To look out or about, look to spy, look to keep watch, look out to observe, look out to watch, to keep watch, spy, to watch closely, observe, await, behold, look up, well, wait for, right? So that's what a watchman is, to look out, right? To keep watch, right? And that's what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to keep watch at Yahweh's gate, right? Daily at my gate. And what is the gate? Because the Lord said in Amos that the Lord is building up the britches is about to close, right? Because the Lord got us raising up the tabernacles again, got the men of the Lord raising up. Let me not say me. Got the men of the Lord raising up the tabernacles of David, right? And we're at the gates of the breaches, right? Because the breaches is about to be closed. It says, "Waiting at the post of my doors," right? And this is a beautiful precept that goes with it. This what gives me confidence that, if I stay teaching it correctly and in line with the brothers I labor with and apostles and the elders, maybe the Lord could be using me, right? Um, where was I going? Oh yeah. This is St. John chapter 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. You gotta go to verse 2, because verse 1 is telling you, if any man come another way, he's a robber. So let's just go to verse 2. It says, "But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep." And who is the door? Yahawashi is the door, right? Because he says, standing at my gates, right? Waiting at the post of my doors. Yahawashi is the door. Now I'll get it because I know some people like Yahawashi is not the door. No, he's not. You just making that up. So let's prove it. This is St. John again, chapter 10, and reading. I'm gonna read verse 9, right? It says, I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pastures, right? Yahawashi is the door. And the men of the Lord is the ones that's really going in and out, because you got the ones that's not at the marriage. And we know in Matthew 22, the Lord say, gather as many as you can, good or bad, for the marriage, right? And that's what we here to do. Khan, Shalom, King, right? And we got to go through Yahawashi, right? When you drop down to verse 11, it says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. And if you are a man of the Lord, you're laying yourself down like a living sacrifice on these highways and byways. And you're not only doing that. Yahawashi didn't only go to the highways and byways. He even dined with people, supped with them, and then asked them questions, see what they was about, right? The Lord is about the Most High's business. That's why he says, man, he came to do the Lord's work. Half the time, yo, we didn't see you eat. Oh, I ate. What you mean you ate? We didn't see you eat, man. I eat when I'm satisfying the Lord. And you got to think that's hard out here to do, let alone fasting days in and days out. And that's the same with what we teaching and when we reading. You feeding yourself, let alone you feeding the flock. Don't even think about yourself. Sometimes you want a huge course meal. You like, nah, babe, let me just eat a peanut butter sandwich. Oh, I can't feed you, and have a whole attitude. You got to tell her, look, babe, I just want a quick little sandwich. I want to get out of there. You know, the spirit got to be moving. You know, I want to be at a time where a woman wouldn't even, she will already know what I want in her mind. That she wouldn't even have to ask. You know what? It's either he want this juice or he want this tea. I'm about to just get it and get out the way. You know? You know what? He been doing a good job. You know what? Instead of me, asking, let me give him a little mop with the moot moot. You know? At the end of the day, the more a man grow, a woman should be observant and see, yeah, this man is attractive, but you got to start looking at this man different. You got to start talking to this man different, right? Because our minds, most men that's dedicated, most men, they mind is still on the Lord when they get done. When I lay with my brothers, we still on the mind of the Lord when we get done, right? The brother said, he said the message is planted all within nature. Children of the sun, as we rise, light will be shed on all evil, right? But we got to be moving in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, right? Because if we don't pertain into Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, we can't overcome darkness. Yahawashi is the way. Proverbs 8, verse 32 and 36, it says, for whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahweh Shai. How do you find Yahweh Shai? In the scriptures. And that brings us back to St. John, the 14th chapter, where we already read, right? You got to always, when brothers like, man, we got to bring out the same scriptures. Nigga, this is what it's about. You get excited bringing this out. This is St. John 14 and 6. Yahawashi saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. And what it say in Psalms? So anybody who finds Yahawashi findeth life. The one dude that was blind, he was in St. John chapter 9, he was like, man, let's just get to it. He found Yahawashi. He was blind. He trying to get the information. Let's get the information. This is St. John chapter 9. And we're going to start at 35. It says, Yahawashi heard that they had cast him out. And when he had found him, he said unto him, doest thou believe on the Son of God? This is Yahawashi speaking to the man that was blind. He didn't know that Yahawashi unblinded him because he was blind. And Yahawashi was telling him that I unblinded you, right? But now he can see. Let's see. He says, and he answered and said, who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? And Yahawashi said unto him, Thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with him. So now some of us, when we bringing out the scriptures, this is plain to somebody that the Lord dealing with. But if the Lord not dealing with you, like, huh? What you mean? Let's see what the dude say. And this is black letters now. He said, Lord, I believe. And he worship him. What the heck? You tell somebody, yo, what you teaching? You be like, I'm teaching about Yahawashi Mashai, who the world only calls Jesus Christ. He for the black Latinos and natives. And you show these things in scriptures, God dealing. Huh? No, but what about this? The Lord might not be dealing with you. At this moment, you're going to have to try again the next day. But right there and then, this is how we get to know the power of the Lord. Because they're going to either be attracted to it and want to know more, or they're going to be like, I don't get it, or be competitive to it, or bring in a contention, or scoff, or keep saying, I don't know, I don't understand. This man was blind and he said, I do believe. In this verse 39, he says, and Yahawashi said, for judgment I am come into this world, that they which see not might see, and that they which see might be made blind. And usually cocky people that's saying that they can see. I'm doing a video. Usually cocky people that actually say that they can usually cocky people that say that they can see, the Lord is gonna make them blind. And the people that say that they can't see, the Lord is gonna let their eyes be open, right? And when we actually jump to Second Kings, I believe that is the sixth chapter, or it is First Kings, the sixth chapter, right? Let's see. Yeah, here it is. This is Second Kings chapter 6. Um, And we're going to start at 13. It says, and he said, Go, spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dathan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host. And they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city both with horses. And hosts compassed the city both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him at last, My master, how shall we do? Right? So the servant was like, Man, I can't see. So how we gonna go against this army? You know that army, that's a big ass army. How we gonna go against them? And this is what Elisha said. He said, and he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. Right? So Elisha already through the faith and the wisdom and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, he like, man, uh, uh, you might not be able to see, but the people that's with us is more of us than them, right? And that's off of faith and belief, right? Let alone I can see and he can't. That's another lesson. You don't see Elisha rubbing it in the servant, nigga, you can't see and I can, right? And that's the spirit we gotta have, right? Sometimes you gotta humble yourself down a little bit, right? For your brothers, right? They might not know. It's in another case, what did he do? Instead of rubbing in his face that he can't see, let's see what Elisha did, right? In verse 17, in Elisha, I'm doing a video. So you're gonna either have to wait. Verse 17, and Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. Right? You got to see how amazing that is. Right? All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? Let's read it again. Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. You know how much motivating that would be through the spirit, right? To to be saying, yo man, that's a big ass army. It's over 20,000 people, and you could be scared. You could be shitless because you in your human flesh. And he like, man, don't worry about it. It's more of an army with us than them, man. And then out of nowhere, what did he do? Right? He prayed to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. And the servant was able to see, right? And this is what I'm doing for my brothers and sisters. I'm trying to pray that the men and the women are able to see, right? It's all about Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. And if you not focused or dedicated to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, if you're not dedicated to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, right, you're not gonna make it. Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Actually, let's go into this, and I'm gonna close out, man. I got to get away from here, cause over here, people ask you for bread, and the lady just said over here, she said, "I'm trying to get cigarettes, and I want to get food. I'm sorry, if the Lord is my witness, she ain't getting a skittle from me, cause soon as I know I'm providing you for tobacco, oh yeah, I can't do that. It's over." This is Second Ezra, the ninth chapter, and verse 7. It says, "Everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye believe." Right? Your works in Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, your faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, and your belief in Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. Right? Yahawashi is the point. And we could keep on going to many different chapters. Yahawashi is the stability, right? And let's get into this wisdom, this verse that I keep quoting. This verse that I keep quoting. I keep quoting this verse every day. Hold on. Wisdom. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of," here we go, "and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, in the strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure." Right? The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. And you want to know what goes even more into it? Is because when a man fears Yahweh by Shem Al Shai, his mind is going to be on the Most High. When you go to Matthew chapter 6, verse 21, let me get Matthew 6 and 21, and I'm going to close out. Because that one right there, that one hit. This is Matthew 6 and 21. This is what it says. It says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Right? So dedicate yourself to the fear of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. If that's your treasure, dedicate your life to it. Right? Because when it comes to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, the Lord is observing, are we dedicated? Right? So what are we gonna do? The Lord even says, who will rise up for him against the evildoers, right? And a lot of, especially you men, you should be saying I, right? So Lord willing, this was edifying and straight to the point, man. I love y'all to the moon and never back. Death to America and death to Esau. I'm gonna say shalom, shalom, and all praises to Yahweh Shema Shai, Yahweh speed, shalom.